B-roll buddies. This is my first video of 2019. I'm down here in Newport, South Wales. It's an incredibly dull and very cold day down here today. But I come down, I'm going to make my first video, just 3 very, very simple tips for cinematography. Let's go. First of all, if you're going to make anything cinematic, you're going to need some footage that you want to edit with first. So I'm down, this is Newport, I'm going to grab some cinematic footage of maybe the bridges, and then we'll go home and we'll have a mess around editing with those. Okay, so I've arrived. This behind me is the Newport Transporter Bridge. It's one of only 10 transporter bridges left in the world, so it's quite rare. Yes, it's one of those amazing engineering feats. Let me have a look. Well, there we go. I've got some really nice drone footage now of the transporter bridge. So I'm going to take that back to the studio and we can have a little look and just see what we can create using a few tricks that I've learned over the last year. So let's go. So the drone footage down at the Newport Transporter Bridge has come out really good. I'm really happy with how that's come out. I shot all of it using just the automatic settings on my Mavic Pro. What I want to do is I'm just going to go into the 3-step process that I would normally take to take the standard looking footage into making it look a bit more cinematic. Okay, so first step, what I'll normally do is drag in my clips to the timeline and then zoom out a little bit so I can actually see what's going on the screen. You can then scrub through the videos and cut out all the good bits that you want to keep and delete all the bits that you don't want in your cinematic movie. So I use the bridge because it's quite high. I quite like this revealing shot where I'm climbing up the side and you can slowly see that bridge growing compared to everything else around it. And I like all the support cables that are at the top of the bridge. So after you cut up all your clips, what I like to do is find an audio track I'm going to match my video to. Most music goes to 4 beats, so when I'm cutting up my videos I'll match them up to those 4 beats and have a transition or just a jump cut on the end of that 4th beat into the next clip. Now, with the Mavic Pro I filmed in 60 frames per second, which gives me the ability then to slow that footage down without it being all jumpy. So after you've finished cutting up your clips and you're quite happy with that, you can cut off the rest of the audio track. And then what I'd like to do is highlight them all, and this is tip number 1. I'm going to go in and color grade them, because you can go in and you can adjust the shadows and adjust the contrast. I like to crush all the blacks down and add a little bit of a highlight to them. This gives I like it because it gives my video a bit more depth. I mean, the day that I filmed this it was all quite white and black. It's a very grey day, so I think the colours match up. It makes it look a little bit more moody. After that, tip number 2, I'm going to add those cinema bars. So TV is filmed in 16:9. The cinema bars will just give it the illusion that I've filmed it on an anamorphic cinema lens. And then finally, tip number 3, this doesn't have to be done every time, but there's preset filters or LUTs which you can put over the top of your footage, which are going to give it an overall sort of finish, so they all look the same. I mean, they don't have to be used every time, but sometimes you're going to find one that you really like and it really suits the video. So that's how I would go through the 3-step process and take some normal looking drone footage and make it into a really nice cinematic movie. Here's a little look at what it would look like after it's been through that 3-step process. Alright, so that's the 3-step process that I would take my drone footage through to make it into a more cinematic movie. Now this works for any footage really. It doesn't have to be just drone work, but it can be shot on your camera, it can be shot on a drone, even on your mobile phone. This will work for anything. So don't forget to give it a try. Comment below or drop some links. I'd love to check out what you've made. So if you did like the hints, tips and tricks of this video, there's going to be plenty more coming. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button for the B-roll buddies. Until next time, ta-ra buddy.